Sister, you have come out. You've been on eggs forever. You're puffing up at me. What you doing? What are you doing, sweetheart? Oh my goodness. Hey girl, y'all been back in, yes. Are you still broody? I've left you pretty much alone. Huh? Have you decided to come out this evening? You did, girlfriend. Okay, strut that stuff, girl. So hey guys, welcome to Appalachia's Homestead. Brought in trouble. We're gonna do a quick Q&A and just talk to y'all for a few minutes and say hi. And actually what I'm gonna do is, this will be a quick Q&A, and then what we'll do, you're bumping into the camera, Belle. What I'm gonna do is say that we'll do another one maybe in a week or two, depending on how the schedule goes. But you can ask questions here and we'll take questions, and I'll put this on Facebook too, because, you know, I know, you're nosy. You may not be as nosy as me, but, you know, is that possible?
No.
Okay, so first things first. So right after we do this, I've got to milk the cow. And boy, look, whew, I'm going to be milking. She is ready. Ooh, sister. But anyway, so first things first, people are just being so kind to us. And James, they just love you. You're like a celebrity. You are. You're just like an all-American hero. I love it. You should be the new Superman, honey. She's pushing up against this gate. Stop it, girlfriend. They want to be fed and milked. But listen, so we're doing good. Everything, you know, guys, we're just holding the line, and we're just trotting along. What is she doing? Watch her. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. So we always get a lot of questions, and yes, we need to go to the dump. I mean, you know, this is as real as it gets, folks. We're about to milk a cow, and we need to go to the dump, and we're going to be working all weekend out in the field. So, but first things first, everybody is just really concerned about you and how you're doing, and it's just been so kind, James. They are nicer to you than I will ever be. But also today, I put this on Facebook, and you all have been on this journey with me for quite a little bit. But as of today, I officially have lost 20 pounds, and I've got a lot of people asking how I've done it. And what is she doing? It's like having a toddler. But the main things that is she scratching her nose? She's scratching her nose. Yeah. So anyway, so the main thing that I did was back towards the end of July, I basically, you know, got tired of feeling so stressed out and feeling like I was gaining weight and feeling like I wasn't sleeping good, and maybe I was a little bit meaner than I am today. I don't know. What do you think? Yeah. So long story short, I just decided that I needed to change it. I actually saw a picture of myself when I was being interviewed for PBS at Sequoia Birthplace Museum in a Cherokee language class, and I just didn't really recognize myself. So I just set a goal out that I would run a 5K in about a 6 to 8 week period. The one that I've been trying to run for several years, and I didn't get to do it due to leg surgery, and due to the last 2 years of our life has been odd for everybody. So some folks were like, how do you do it? So I've already kind of gone over this on some videos. The first things that I really did, which I think was major, was that I stopped, overall, I have stopped drinking sugary drinks. Now I'm not gonna tell you that I haven't had a sip of something, but it's not been very much, has it? I've been pretty consistent with just being pretty much water, water, water. I pretty much cut out all coffee. Very rarely now do I even drink coffee. I don't smoke. I don't take medications. Alcohol, I think, is also something that you're going to have to cut out. You know, I know if you want to have a girls' night every now and then, or whatever y'all do out there is your business, but if you're consuming it daily, I think that it is doing things to your body. That's up to you. What else? I sort of cut back on meat, but not because I felt like I had to, but I did change how I am eating meats. Like, I'm making sure that I've been eating more fish, salmon, etc. What else, James? cutting out fried foods.
You cut back on bread.
Cut back on bread. So, but here's the thing, the only breads that I really need in my life is cornbread and biscuits, and that's not necessarily every day, but if I were to like get a hamburger or something, I don't eat the bun with it. You know, I eat a lot of vegetables. So I just changed those things and tried to eat a lot of more like raw fruits and vegetables instead of having like a sandwich or not a sandwich, maybe a roll up or something, or, you know, what would I do? I won't eat chips, really. I'll have like a chip if he's had a chip, but then I'll eat like broccoli. What else? Raw fruits and vegetables has been a huge deal. Just cutting back on a lot of things, cutting out the things that aren't necessary that I had to have. And then I was running, and I'm still running. In fact, I've kind of slacked off a little bit. I've got a 5K coming up. So, we did that. So in 3 months, less than 3 months, I've lost 20 pounds. And it really was not that stressful. And it really wasn't that hard because you just have to weigh out and be consistent. So there's that right there. Guys, I'm getting a lot of questions about, James, I've got some people that are just so concerned that I do not know how to make my own laundry detergent. So I posted that video, and I've got a video on how to make your own homemade laundry detergent. Oh, yeah, he doesn't like me putting my arm here. I'll do it this way. So I do have that, and we had to finally switch and get an HE washer and dryer. And because we were switching to gray water and doing a lot of different things at the old house. So I just started sort of buying, you know, lesser expensive washing detergent. So yes, I do know how to make laundry detergent. And you should know how to do a lot of things. And there's a lot of people that, you know, even though you know how to do something and you're pretty decent or good at it, doesn't mean you do it every day. So I'm not going to give you a lame reason as to why this or why that. It's just something I chose to kind of slowly switch out of. I could switch right back to it. We've got the products to make it. I think we'd be fine. But the good thing is over time you get really good at finding really good. What did I get all that Purex for last year? Like $1. Those huge bottles. Yeah. It was $1. Like, so I'm good at the Dollar General. See, here I am at the Dollar General again. It's just where I love it. And I walked in one day and she was clearancing all of the really nice Mountain Fresh or whatever Purex, like the big bottles. And I said, how? You know, she said, those are going to be $1. And I said, is there a limit? And she said, no. I didn't take all of them. I think I did leave one or two, but I'm pretty set for a while. So I'm just saying, I'm okay on laundry detergent. So honey, everybody wants to know really, are you gonna cut your hair in a mullet? That's a big question.
Business in the front and party in the back.
I give permission if you can start making money like Morgan Wallen. Oh, and by the way, so we're going to be like 39 degrees on Sunday. I think we're going to be able to, I haven't told you this yet. What about the wood? You think we can finally do a break-in fire on the wood stove?
Well, I hope so.
I think
3 of them that we have to break in.
I know. We have 3. So I'm talking about the wood cook stove, though.
Right.
So I think we should go ahead and, because what we do have a fireplace and we have an insert, and then I've got the wood cook stove. So y'all are so anxious to see that. It is literally 80 degrees right now, and that's why we're kind of glossy. It's been very, very hot, but this is what it does here in East Tennessee is we get these tricky weather fronts, but then, it's like all of a sudden we drop out, and then we get rain, or the rain brings in the cold, and then we just stay cool, and then we never recover from the mud. And so that's kind of like what we're looking at right now. So that's going to start day after tomorrow. So, so if we do that, and when we do that, we will definitely try to take you along for the ride. You know, unless there's some drama in the kitchen. I was telling them earlier, honey, on the video, you haven't seen it, is that some lady was so concerned about my backsplash. And I've got the stuff to put up. I did buy some of that real pretty wallpaper that people are trying. What's it called? But it's a brick, and it's really pretty. I like it. I hope it always looks good on Instagram. So We'll find out if it, because I love brick, like walls and backsplashes and brick houses, and don't start that song. So yeah. So but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it square and cut it right to fit and look right. I've never hung wallpaper. I'm good at tearing wallpaper down, but I've never hung wallpaper in my life. It's not even, it's like that sticky gooey stuff. I don't know. We're gonna find out. If I make a video, it could totally end up being a blooper. So, but yes, so a lot of questions that we get. I'm trying to think of them all. I didn't write them down, which is unprofessional on my part, but just a lot of people are commenting and are being so nice to us right now, and we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. And we want to encourage you to continue to stock your pantry. I had to wrestle a man today for a turkey at the Aldi. Not really, but I know it's going to be a wrestling match for a lot of us. And by the way, the turkeys here coming in, what is it, $1.29 or $1.39 a pound? You know, a lot of times when turkeys come in for Thanksgiving and Christmas, they're like 69 cents a pound. No, they're coming in way over $1. So, you know, I know people are going to be competing with that. So just letting you know to keep an eye out for that. My daddy told me that Kroger wasn't going to get them for 3 weeks from this past week. So I asked Aldi, like I said, and they got them. And I just happened to stop in today, running to the post office, and they had just put them out. So I put a man down on the floor, honey. And we got the turkey well taken care of. So I know you're a man of few words these days. But I think people are curious. So what would you advise people to do? I mean, you're kind of the quiet beast on the side. So, you know, as far as you seeing me work with the pantry as much as I am, and you are too, and the canning that we're trying to do and the things we're trying to put away, by what you've seen and by what you know, what would you advise people? Because this could be good.
You definitely want to keep it organized as you go. Otherwise, you make 11 trips to get 3 items, and you get home and you find out that you already had those 3 items. They were just buried somewhere else.
This is not by experience. You're not speaking from experience on this. Any items that you've seen or seen that I've talked about or brought home that seem to be more difficult to get by what you've seen or have concerns about? Or what's your thoughts?
Well, right now with prices shooting up, I would say get whatever you can get. And then you'll have, as the expression goes, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it.
Well, somebody said earlier today, they were like, as Mama always said, the price can't get any higher if it's already sitting on my shelf. And I thought that was really, really good. A lot of items that people can buy right now, you know, non-perishable items and things that, you know, you're going to use anyway, things that, you know, here's what I was sitting and thinking about today, is this video right now is being made right as we are in the middle of October. And a lot of people advise others to have a pantry that is going to last at least 3 months, 6 months if better, whatnot. And I was thinking about that. I thought 6 months. That just seems so far away. That's literally going to put us at St. Patrick's Day. And I was thinking about, we are still in dead winter here, St. Patrick's Day. I mean, we might have a breakthrough day or 2 or 3, just enough to mess up the fruit trees. And, you know, we always have a warm spell come through and trick us at the end of February, and we curse it because it makes things bloom and then it turns cold again. I mean, we've literally gotten blizzards here. St. Patrick's Day. I think you were like floating out in the sea or something.
When I was young, we got 12 inches of snow on April 3rd.
Well, I'm thinking about, oh yeah, well, I was talking about the blizzard of 93. You were like in Tasmania or something. I don't know where you were in the service then, but this young bride of yours was still like in kindergarten. And so I remember the blizzard of 93. But I'm just saying that happened literally right before, you know, St. Patrick's Day. So it can do some wicked things. I think this winter is going to be very rough. It is predicted to be very rough, and we all know what's going to happen as far as prices. So I do think that if people, you know, I recommend, you tell me, if people have a fireplace or not. I think it's good for you right now to try to locate some firewood and have it as a backup source for anything, whether that's your thing or not. Back up your propane, back up your heaters, back up your blankets, and you need to start thinking about, like, you know, every year we always hear about people that unnecessarily pass away due to extreme cold weather because they can't afford their heat bills and they turn them down, or, you know, all these things that happen. You know, a couple years ago when we had those big, I feel like I've got a mosquito on me, ice storms here. We had a lot of people pass away. Like, you had a lot of problems in Texas last year. In, 2013 and 2014, we had some major ice storms come through here and cause a lot of damage. And it was freezing temperatures, and it took out electricity, took out the grid. And a lot of people, for like 2 weeks, were without electricity. That's a long time in that type of weather condition if you don't have any type of backup plan. I know, these bugs. So I have a real concern about that. The persimmons just typically don't lie. I told him, honey, I said, if you know, none of that happens and everything goes away and everything's splendid, that we could have pina coladas and I'd be like Cousin Eddie on the diving board. You could be Cousin Eddie on the diving board. That's the deal. We'll put you in the leopard Speedo. What do you think? Is that a fair trade? If everybody comes, if prices go back down and gas goes back down to like $1.50, where it was less than a year ago, and we don't have a wicked winter, and all these things just go away by the end of winter time, I think you'd look hot as Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation. That's gonna be the promise. I can feel it. I can feel it right now. What do you think?
I think you need 1 million subscribers for that to happen.
I think we'd get 1 million subscribers if that happened.
No.
I think we would. I think we would. So, guys, I just want to say hi and bring him in on the video. I'm telling them the truth. You're really not this shy. No, you're not. Anybody that's watching this video that truly knows you is like, he's putting on. He's putting on. He's not serious. He's not that shy. Were you this shy in school? Not as a little kid, though. Weren't you kind of mean? Thought you like
meanness and shyness have nothing to do with one another.
I mean, didn't you get in trouble a lot for being mean in school?
Maybe.
Okay. This is how you're rolling tonight. We'll just let you get away with it. Okay, so here's the deal. I got to milk her, and that's a lot. I don't know how where we're gonna do this. We're still trying to work on the stanchion and finish it up. So we've got to get the roof on it. So, and we've got to get that calf in there because the calf runs harder than a bull, and I've got to get that collar off of her. It's doing okay right now, but she's growing so fast. I want that collar off of her. So we're gonna have to bring her into the stanchion stall area and shut the gate and feed her, and then take that right off of there. Because otherwise, she's like Speedy Gonzales. She's the fastest little calf I've ever seen. She's like, you're not touching me, buddy. You're not touching me. Well, can you think of anything else that people need to be doing right now besides the pantry? Any other advice you have for them? Because this is the big conversation on the channel right now. I know we're a homesteading channel, but we've also always talked about, you know, history and claiming your roots and family things and some of the things we do, but being prepared for rougher times is pretty serious.
Yeah, anything and everything. I mean, if you can't get food, get extra clothing. If you can't get clothing, make sure you have fuel. If you have a generator, make sure you have fuel for your generator. If you have a gas grill, make sure you have gas for your gas grill, because if the electricity goes out, you can cook outside.
Well, things for cars. I know.
Yeah, I mean,
car part. If you're needing specialty parts, maybe we've got to get a new battery to put. We have a 2004 minivan, and she's still running, and but we don't drive her as often. She's kind of on, she's just being preserved kind of, but we think we need to put a new battery in it, and so that's something we're going to have to do here in the next couple of days, which it's not too bad to get. But a lot of folks are saying that if you need to put things away, be thinking about things that work for you on your farm, your parts for your tractor, parts for your vehicle, simple tools, things of that nature, because if it's not coming in and people continue to buy it, well, then you're already experiencing shortages. I went to the Dollar Tree today, one of the Dollar Trees, just to breeze through. I didn't get hardly anything. I was really being nosy. I thought you'd say something.
No, I'm on good behavior today.
I see that.
I'm working for some brownies.
So I was really nosy. But here's what was so amazing. Oh, I gotta tell you. So I went into the Dollar Tree and I moseyed around, and there was only one person working the counters. And I've never seen this little boy before. He's a very young guy. He's probably younger than Nicholas. So I went around a couple of times. I even filmed a little bit because I'm creating a video on various Dollar Trees. I was already doing it with the Dollar General and with Aldi. So I got up there to get in line, and I'm not joking with you. I was at least the 7th person in line, and there were about 5 people behind me, and he was the only cashier, and he was having trouble. And finally somebody came up to help and whatever. This little boy, he was working he was stressed out, and I would have been stressed out too. So I just want to say that I spent $8.13 because I got 2 little ceramic pumpkins to put on my thing. That's the only fall decorations I'm putting out inside. I'm not dragging all that stuff out. And I got a thing of my favorite waters, and I got just a couple little random things. I didn't get you any Propel. They didn't have your flavor. So, but I'm not telling people this because this is not something big to brag about, but I paid for my goods, and he was so sweet, and he was so concerned about my little ceramic pumpkins being wrapped up. I was like, most young men don't even think about it. He's like, ma'am, I'm gonna wrap those up and so it doesn't break by the time it gets to your car. And so I said, here. So I had a $10 bill in my wallet. So after I paid and I had my bags and I was walking away, I gave him the $10 bill, and you should have seen his face. I said, this is for you. So, but I thought, he is standing there. I'm so thankful for people that are working jobs right now, because most of us, a lot of us probably don't have the patience anymore to deal with all that stuff. And, just a little something to, that might pay for his dinner or put gas back in his car to get back home. And I felt that was the least I could do, because he was very patient with everybody, and he was very nice and very helpful. And I wanted him to be just encouraged. So I don't tell you that. Ooh, a bee. Oh! I don't know what that's going to do to the video. It landed right on my hand. Really. Yeah. So I don't tell people that. I don't think you should do things to brag about it. I know all that, but I share that because if that encourages somebody to do the same, these workers that are literally working at your Walmart, working at your Aldi, working the docks so they can bring in cargo ships. Wherever. We need to be very grateful for the American worker and those that are sticking it out, because, and being there for us, because I know it's really tough right now. So I just felt convicted to do that. So that was your brownie money.
It's okay.
All right, guys, listen. So we'll do another update / we could do a live stream, but I just thought this would be easier for them to ask questions that we would see. So we'll do another Q&A. But the farm is doing good. Everybody's doing good. We need to trim a couple of feet and, do the typical stuff. We got to trim some goat hooves, and we've got to, do a few things here and there, but everything here is doing really well. So ask some questions, be nosy, and we will do another one of these here soon. And just stay the course, y'all. Hold the line.
Take care of each other.
And take care of each other. Trust me, if you aren't already, that bee.
As things get worse, tempers are going to flare. the more you give, the more you can prevent that from happening.
Well, the thing is you don't know what people are going through in that one moment, and you know, doing something for somebody in just that one moment, like he just got that bug off my arm. It was so sweet of you. I appreciate you. So it matters. I know it matters to me, so it has to matter to other people. So, but we just appreciate y'all. We really, really do. And so we will close it out, and I'm gonna go milk. And we'll see you on the next video. No, you have to look to the left. See, that's where the right, that's where the pumpkin is, but you don't look at the pumpkin.
Directions are relative.
No, look to the left. See where my finger is up there?
Everything in the box to the left.
Okay, Beyonce, look right here where my finger is. I got to get a picture. Smile real pretty.